Lala 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 la. Posted by you/Butterfreezy. I told my boyfriend to stop talking. This MC is short and sweet and was carried out by my boyfriend earlier today. So I'm driving with my man to Wally World when he asked me to stop by his friend's house so that he could deliver a wooden sculpture of a Native American chief head to his mailbox as a surprise. Boyfriend got it while we were on vacation up north. His friend is Native American and likes to collect them. Anyway, we got in a little fight because I didn't feel like going out of my way as I had been out and about already previously in the day and didn't want to be out longer than I had to. Truthfully, I was just being a lil bitch. BF's friend's house is like 5 minutes out of the way tops. As I turn on Friends Road, I tell my boyfriend that he's being ridiculous for being mad at my being mad about the inconvenience and to stop talking. Cue malicious compliance. See, I'd been to friend's house a few times but his house is really easy to miss. And since I'm directionally challenged, I couldn't remember exactly where it was. Since I was too proud to ask for help, I drove right past that bitch while my boyfriend had the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. Needless to say, we both got a good chuckle out of it. He helped me find the house after I turned around, delivered the goods and we went on with our day. TLDR, I told my boyfriend to stop talking after we argued over a pit stop that would inconvenience us on our way to Wally World. He complied. I missed the house I was supposed to stop at, inconveniencing us further. Posted by you/Thessaloncuid42. Deny me a break and force me to make more pizza boxes although there's more than enough? Sure. So today at work my boss came to check how the stuff is going. Whenever he does so, everyone working there is just stressed because of how much of a pain in the ass he can be although we follow all of the rules and instructions. He is a foreigner and his way of running the business is quite weird. He keeps coming up with new rules and restrictions which are unnecessary and whenever he comes to the place he sorts all the documents in such way that they often can't be later found because he doesn't follow the rules he had created. His presence is purely annoying. And it gets even worse when he sees people not doing anything, no matter the reason, which usually is having finished all the work for the time being, especially when it comes to the delivery guys. And that's what happened today. Having finished all the work for that particular moment, I went for a short break in our changing room. Took out my phone, replied to a text, started browsing Reddit when I hear him come in. Didn't think about it that much until he came into the room and asked me why I am not doing anything. He didn't really want me to answer and immediately started searching for anything that I could do. Usually he makes me do stuff that isn't my job like washing the dishes, chopping vegetables, or shredding the cheese but since all of that had been done, he told me to make more pizza boxes. I showed him that the place we keep the boxes in is full of them but he didn't listen and told me that he isn't paying me for procrastinating and there for sure is still a place I can put the boxes in. Not wanting to cause any drama, I just obeyed and started making the boxes and putting them in the only space where they would not get in anyone's way. And then my genius idea popped into my head. I did the work, but in my own way. I decided to make an arch out of the boxes above the window from where I receive food to deliver and stack it all the way up. And I succeeded. Image link in the comments, smiley face, and if you're curious, when the boss came back he pretended not to notice it and didn't say a single word to me for the rest of the evening. I was trying really hard not to burst out laughing when he was passing by my creation. Posted by you/ungratefuled. The prick factor. So this happened over 25 years ago in the early days of tech outsourcing. I worked as a sales engineering supporting my sales guy putting a proposal together for a medium-sized stock brokerage company. This is before the tech bubble burst, so a lot of these companies were riding high on the hog. This one company had a CFO that was somehow also in charge of tech and wanted us to manage all their tech, from networks to desktops. All their in-house IT needed to do was support the apps like their trading apps, Reuters, etc. And he was the old school type, cantankerous, and because he controlled the money, he thinks he could boss everyone around, let alone us suppliers. Also, we would have meetings at 10 a.m. and you can already smell the booze on his breath. So my sales guy and I put together a pretty good package based on all our standard services and brought it to him. He would tear it apart and ask for all these unnecessary customizations, like what if some of the network was Ethernet and parts were token ring, etc. Basically nonsensical stuff. We would try to explain how mixed environments will increase costs and not provide any benefit, but he would cite some pop article from some IT magazine and think he knows best. He'd berate us for saying how we don't know enough and how he knows more, and just make the changes to the quote as he's requested. After the third iteration, my sales guy added a column to the spreadsheet called P% factor, basically a multiplier to the subtotal of all the elements. I asked what was that for. He said it's the prick factor. For every time the guy asked us to requote a new permutation, we're adding 2%. Now this isn't against any rules or even unethical, as what we were quoting was now completely custom and we can price as any way we like and then negotiate the final with the clients. After the few months of back and forth, the drunk finally signed, but now at effectively 26% more than if he was to buy what we quoted originally and made only a couple of changes and effectively got a similar service. Posted BYU/Milado7. Con artist salesman. A recent post reminded me of this. A few years ago, my wife and I just bought a house and were in the market for some new furniture, not actively searching, but casually. I happened to step foot into a crappy furniture store, you know the one, overpriced, easily breakable, little structure, won't last more than a few years, bad deal. I had just left work and drove by myself, and just wanted to peruse their selection, see if there was anything I liked. As soon as I entered the store, the overconfident salesman walked up to me. Salesman: "Hi. Can I help you find anything today?" Me: "No thanks, just browsing." SM: "Are you looking for anything in particular?" Me: "No, just seeing what I can't live without." "Thank you though." SM: "Well, maybe I could help you. What style of furniture were you looking for?" "Maybe a nice new TV." Me: "Seriously, I don't need anything. I'm just looking around trying to kill some time." SM: "Okay, well, if you need anything, I'll be available." I made one loop through the store and the creepy salesman practically followed me around the whole time. Reminded me of a former manager of mine and I hated it. In the one loop, I didn't see one thing that sparked my interest, so I was heading for the door. SM: "Sir." Me: "What?" I mean, yes. SM: "Will you be making a purchase today?" Me: "No." Like I say, he cuts me off. SM: "Will you please explain to my manager why you will not be making a purchase today?" Me: "Seriously? You've got to be kidding. I've never had to explain to someone why I wasn't buying anything after being in a store for less than 5 to 10 minutes. Me: "Sure, why not?" Escorts me to his manager, at the other side of the store. In the most condescending tone he could muster, I'm assuming in an attempt to guilt trip me in the most absurd method to not leave without spending some money. SM: "Sir. This is the store manager, please explain to him why you will not be making a purchase today." Me: "Certainly. Hi manager, I'm not making a purchase at your store for multiple reasons. 1. I don't like any of the furniture you have here. 2. I was very clear I was only browsing. 3. Your associate has been harassing me since I walked in. 4. I clearly stated I was just looking and didn't need any help. If I needed some, I would have grabbed him. 5. Again, your stock is literal crap and overpriced crap at that. And finally 6. This nonsense of having to explain any of this to you is ridiculous. I will never set foot in this store and will warn all my friends the same if this is your way of conducting business. Neither the sales associate or manager were expecting that response. I stormed out furious. I was already annoyed with the salesman, but I understand it's his job. But having to explain myself to the manager for not buying anything? No. The only logical conclusion I could come up with was the salesman wasn't doing well and was on the last straw and didn't want to lose his job if another sale walked out the door. Regardless, I told the manager exactly how I felt, like I was asked to do.